Welcome, welcome, welcome in, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Instructions for Humanity, come on in. I'll check the sound on my end while you guys come on in. Awesome. Okay, all right. So happy to be here with you guys this evening. Come on in, everyone. Like the video and subscribe to this vibration when you come in. Hopefully, you guys are getting the notifications. This truly is not a video that I truly want to do. I'm just going to be honest. I truly just don't care about this situation anymore. But, somehow, some way, I am here. So that means that there is more to the story. So come on in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Hot sister Sonia. I was like, I'm doing this video way too late. You know you should be in bed. You know it's way too late there. Over in London. Well, welcome in. I'm so happy that you are here. You received the notification? Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, everyone. I'm feeling really good. I have some other messages that I want to bring because, I really like doing, the messages like what I was bringing to you guys yesterday. But let's ground back in to the psychic investigation because there's some things that are not on the up and up, That's my new thing, not on the up and up. And, I'm going to show you guys the last automatic drawing and how after I ended the video, I said, wait a minute, hold up, hold on, what's going on? It's giving doppelganger vibes. It's giving doppelganger, and we need to revisit that. Is Charlie Kirk dead or just copied? Yeah, that part. That's the part that came up yesterday that we need to discuss. The wall that came up in the video the day before yesterday. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tahirah, Mother of the Ages. I am a supernatural quantum telepathic healer, creator of the quantum telepathic healing modalities, and the author of The Great Expansion, a cosmic Bible for the ages. You can pick this up on Amazon. There is a link down below. By the way, guys, do me a favor. Please go to Amazon and leave a review. Leave a 5-star review. I get emails from you guys all the time letting me know just how much you love the text, the book. And I would appreciate that if you could support me in that way, because that would help other people find this body of work that I've had the pleasure of channeling 5 aspects of source. And I've never, it truly was, the energies were truly present. It, it's different than a channel. It was a whole experience, and I want you guys to experience this because this is the next level of instructions that humanity needs. It tells you everything that is happening. You don't have to be confused about what's happening. What's this shift? Why doesn't anything feel real? It outlines that in this book very, very beautifully. And I was just a vessel that source chose to go ahead and to deliver this message. So please leave a review. Pick that up on Amazon. There's some links down below. And if you'd like to book a session with me, there's some links. There will be some links down below. And awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me go ahead and add all of this stuff in so that you guys can have everything you need and so that other people can find this video and this channel as well. And so I'll take care of that while we're waiting for a few more of you guys to come in, and then we're going to get started with this message, everyone. Oh, yeah, we're going to get started with this message. And I have not checked anything. It's just a vibe, it's just a vibe check. It's just a vibe that I get that something's not on the up and up about, Charlie Kirk. We're going to revisit and rehash, one of the earlier messages that we were getting that, that they were wanting to partake in parts of him on near Easter or Passover time, which was the exact channel. And we're going to revisit the automatic drawing, and we're just going to pick up where we left off. Really. All right. Take care of a few things. Guys, go ahead and shout out your city, your country, your providence, your tribe, your vibe. How you feeling in the chat? Go ahead and get some good positive energy in this chat this evening as we prepare for this channel that we're about to get into. All right. All right, guys. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. You're going to set up a session? Oh, thank you. Is it Armani? Sorry, I can barely see. Armarbib. Sorry, I can't see. It's like, sorry. All right, guys, let's get into this. Let's recap. Do a little bit of a recap here. Okay. I think I've done over 100 automatic drawings, and there's just 2 I have here because these are the only 2 that I feel that we need to talk about in this moment. I want to recap something for you guys. We're going to start off with Charlie Kirk, the psyop, the whole thing happened. Okay, here's the thing. Now my tongue is getting numb. This is how I know I am telepathically tapped into Charlie Kirk's energy right now. Hold on. Let me do an automatic drawing because the energy is present, and then we will recap those other 2. Mira sangre hingara simbere tingara. Mirona kambure singara simbura singara shombura. Miranga ingara. 1 second. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a second to read this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Lots of energy shows up here today as we tap into Charlie Kirk. What is happening with Charlie Kirk? I'm trying to find out what is happening to the afterlife version. I'm using the word version. There's a lot to unpack here. I haven't even began to scratch the surface of this. Okay. Sometimes you just read things with your essence. Something is coming up about a road map here. What do I mean by that? I'm going to talk myself through this. Well, you know, Hollywood has a very weird way of storing information. This came up in a Holly Bailey's reading several months ago, last year. That some people, you know, they use as time capsules to capture a period of time or a period of energy that was happening on a collective scale. This serves as a collective memory that can be harvested yet again in a different timeline future, past, present. See where I'm going with this? That's the first thing that's coming up. I think that Charlie Kirk has been slated to be a time capsule. I don't know if these particular celebrities know that they're being used as a time capsule, but essentially when you're being used as a time capsule, essentially you are holding codes that they need for a later date. This is how they do it when they bring people back, or when they doppelganger, when they bring that clone or that copy of you. Source keeps mentioning copy for a reason. You know, you can make a digital copy. Yeah. You ever heard of 3D printed food? It's given something like this. It's giving a copy was made. Okay? Now, let's go back to yesteryear. I'm going to take us back to the very first automatic drawing where I got something happening within Charlie's brain. This was the first time I truly saw him in a deaf state. Charlie Kirk did not pass away that day. In fact, he was part of the shenanigans. He didn't know that he was going to be used as a storage facility. So this thing went a little bit wrong in the process. Okay. This was back on November 20th, where we get a clear picture of Charlie. I mean, this can't be any more clear. That is his nose. This was just the most precise automatic drawing. Is given supernatural, girl. That's what it's given. Complete supernatural vibes. That is Charlie Kirk's nose. That is Charlie Kirk's mouth. That is an opening to his brain. They were wanting to take something from his brain, right? That's his chin. You know, he has a very distinctive chin as well. We got a little handler up here, little shadow handler up here to the left side, or a technician, if you will. Okay. Then down here, we get a very clear picture of Charlie Kirk in a deaf state. This was the first time I saw him in a deaf state, because I saw them doing some electromagnetic brain shock, whatever, in the brain, and they wanted to take something. Pineal gland. That's what I'm saying. But that's him here. Okay? Now, fast forward to, 6 months later. Charlie Kirk on April 4th, 2026. There he is again. Same sort of straight mouth. If you notice here, the top of his head is open. There's almost an X. X marks the spot, possibly where they drew something or took something. We have a division in the nose that popped up in another automatic drawing where they took part of his nose, or it was weird. It's like they wanted to eat part of his nose and eat part of his brain. They're picking specific things. But the key point is the head is open, the crown is open. And he looks very much still like he did here. Not a lot has changed. Very much still in that deaf state. There. One eye, little nose, and the mouth kind of curled down. And the something from the brain was taken. Top of the head, completely open. Now, they were going to use you as a storage facility or a time capsule. They probably wouldn't need access to the brain. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Who is that? Right next to Charlie, we get another face. And the mouth is kind of curled down a little bit, but this one feels a little bit animated. This one feels completely gone, deaf state. This is his copy. This is what the channel I got when I ended the video 2 days before. No, 2 days, yeah, 2 days back. Because remember, in order for them to, because what we found out, watch the other video, they're using Charlie to create a hybrid race. Now, I know that sounds, maybe, probably not to the people on this channel. That probably don't sound crazy. That probably sound just, just another day, right? There's an alien down here, guys. Those are not the eyes of a human. And, the nose is elongated. Kind of gives me gray vibes, to be honest. It gives me like it's looking like a gray. But nevertheless, there's an alien here that when they took something from Charlie to mix with this thing, they needed to make a copy. This is the copy or the doppelganger of Charlie Kirk. This is the message I got when I ended that video. Here's the hybrid. It's still in formation. The face is not all the way in. You can see the kind of little bulbous head. There's actually two heads. It's almost like they're being formed in a womb. Here's the one little part of the head here, and then another part of the head that's not really formed. And then we have like an eye, an eye, a nose. It's kind of two faces in one, but it's not formed yet. But there's a hybrid being created. Let me circle that. And it conjoins with the other face. Now, I read this with my spiritual eye. So it's kind of like part of this, like it's conjoining with the copy that they made of him. That's the copy. And then they needed the copy in order for this guy, this extraterrestrial, to make a hybrid with Charlie. And that's the hybrid right there. And now I'm wondering, who's going to be carrying this hybrid? That just came through very clearly. I want to ground into this channel. So one thing I know, they made a copy of him. I want to call it a digital copy. I don't know why. I want to call it a digital copy. I'm not sure how you can make a digital copy of someone, but if they can 3D print our meat, then I don't know. I'm getting like it's a digital copy. I don't know what that is. Now, let me switch gears and to read the automatic drawing that I did today. I'm asking myself this question. This is coming up. Who is going to be carrying the hybrid children? And that's a real question that just pops up in my spirit. because something is telling me that whoever's going to be carrying this seed, this is what we need to look out for, more so than the doppelganger, the copy that they made of Charlie. Who's going to end up pregnant? Who's going to pop up with a baby? That's the person we need to worry about. And I can't call it. I don't know who that person is, but it's given the vibe that this person will be a very prominent person. It almost feels like now an Ivanka, like somebody like that, like maybe blonde, maybe beautiful, maybe in around politicians within that kind of whole set. That's the vibe that I'm getting. We don't want to rule out Erica Kirk as well. We don't want to rule that out. But Source is drawing attention to who will be carrying this hybrid. Because whoever carries this hybrid, we are starting the creation over again. That's the important part. Interesting. Okay. I get an energy popping up here. I don't know what this is, but this thing has a mouth and it's a little blocky here. This thing is like tech. This is tech. I mean, this isn't alien tech. That's just what I get. That's what I get. It's like, guys, it's like Back to the Future is alien tech. So I see it as this little head thing, and it has like a little short torso, but it's alien, but it's tech. You catch where I'm going? There's new technologies coming from all of this. I don't know if there's a such thing called alien tech, but that's what I see walking around. And I want to find out if there's alien tech. But they look like little robots. They look like robots. I'm trying to see if I can see an image of what. Yeah, okay, I see it. Now this may not be the exact, but I just want to show this so you guys get an example of like what I'm seeing. Let me see. Yes. So let me show this to you guys. Okay, so this is kind of what I see in this automatic drawing. It looks like, I don't want to say it's like this, but just, you see how short this thing is? That's what I see. It's like the head is like bigger than the body, but it's tech. But Sources is saying it's alien tech. Yes, it's technology, but it's still alien. Like maybe this thing has a consciousness. Let me land this thing. Stay with me because y'all, I didn't even want to come here. I was not expecting this. It's giving lab grown, but we're still talking about, okay, we're still talking about Charlie, but there's something else happening here, guys, that is about alien tech. We're going to talk ourselves through it because I'm like, how could they give birth to alien tech? Like, this makes no sense. But this is what is popping up in the automatic drawing for me. It looks like something like this. It's very little, it's not, You know what I mean? It's like stuff like this. It's like small, but that's the only thing I could see. The closest thing to it. Like that. This is what I'm talking about. This is what is showing up. And like alien tech. That's just what I see. It's very short, very low to the ground, but it has a consciousness of an alien in there. This is what I am saying. This channel is cuckoo for Cocoa Mofo Puffs already. Okay, now we're getting into it. Listen, this is crazy. Wait, we got to talk ourselves through this, baby, because this is crazy. So, what I see is they originally, back in November, they took something from his brain. I think it was the pineal gland, however you say it. I think it was that. Then we move forward about 6 months into the future. And then we see an alien, which looks a lot like a gray. I'm telling you, it's given gray vibes. It's given gray. The grays have their hand in this. It's given a gray. Now we get Charlie Kirk is still in the death state. However, we get a copy that they made of him in order to mutate a collective gene sequence to merge with this thing. This is a gray. I don't care what nobody says. That's a gray. To create a hybrid. This hybrid is still cooking. But the hybrid is from the copy. The doppelganger, the copy, the digital copy that they made of Charlie Kirk. Stay with me. So, remember when I told you guys that Charlie Kirk's consciousness was also in Tyler Robinson? Don't ask me how that got there, but that's what the Child's Play movie, the Chucky Doll movies specified. And then for like just this split moment, I saw an image in my mind's eye that day that thing happened. I don't know how that happened because we don't all, Charlie's been involved, with the elites for other lifetimes too. He's also in some regards a copy. It's getting deep. Stay with me. We're going to land this thing. But on that day, Charlie Kirk was in two places at once. Now you have... Oh. Now you have to wonder if the digital copy they made of Charlie was Tyler Robinson. Hold on. I know what you're saying. I'm stretching your imagination. I'm stretching it. It's given the vibe that the digital copy was Tyler. Now, I know they gave Tyler a script and a backstory, but that backstory didn't make no sense. The backstory didn't make no sense. He just popped up from nowhere. And didn't Erica Kirk have an ex-boyfriend named Tyler, and she was in a music video with someone named Tyler? Tyler was always psyoped into this. I am telling you, Tyler Robinson is the digital copy. That is what I'm getting. He's the digital copy. So now what you're thinking is how? Now let's just go with what the mainstream media said. Oh, Tyler Robinson is the one that took the shot, right? So you're probably wondering, how could Tyler Robinson, which is the copy of Charlie, take himself out? Don't they do it all the time? How do you think these people go from one timeline and then they're reseated into a future timeline? These people are sadistic. Maybe that's part of the gag. They take themselves out. Now, you would say that the copy is not 100% Charlie Kirk. I would agree to that because I'm sorry. I know technology is good, but if you alter something, even twins are different. I don't think everything is 100%. And we know that Tyler Robinson didn't have nothing to do with shooting no gun at Charlie. That because Charlie he did not succumb to a gunshot. Okay? But remember when I told you guys we did an automatic drawing, we did a whole video, a few videos, several videos, where it came out that the people, like the people that say that they're Jewish, you know, or that they're Jews, or you know, the original people from the Bible, you know, that this whole Holocaust thing, they did it to themselves. That was a very important channel where they constructed this story and they turned against their own lineage. So it was the Jews actually killing and attacking other Jews. They did it to have this story so that they could have power and control and see themselves in high places to take over the world. They were willing to literally slaughter their own people in order to have this story. Now, mind you, did it really happen? Yes. Absolutely it happened. And my Jewish DNA knows that it happened. But that's still not the Israelites from the Bible. I say that to say they turned on themselves and genocided themselves. So now we go back to Charlie being in Charlie's body and then the digital copy, right? Which appears right now to be Tyler, right? That's what I'm getting so far. We will see if that still, you know, holds up as the psychic investigation continues. So now we have again the same sort of situation where this person, we're going off of this theory really quickly. This person killed themselves, just like they did back in the day when the Holocaust was going on. They devised a plan and they started to genocide themselves and say it was other people, but it was them who constructed the whole plan. And then to take over the lands in the Middle East, aka Africa. So now, let's continue. There's a copy. Somebody's gonna have a baby. We gotta get back to the alien tech. As far as you know, is Tyler Robinson even real? These are the questions now, guys, that you have to really ask yourself these things. Just because they say, here's a name, here's a face, here's a picture. I'm just trying to figure out where the alien tech fits in. So now we know we have a hybrid situation. Someone is going to be pregnant. This is a prominent person. A prominent bloodline is what I'm getting. They will be birthed from a prominent bloodline. They could even use a surrogate. And it's not actual, it's strange. How can you give birth to an alien tech? How? How? Let me keep going. I'm going to come back to that because that's just really strange. That's what I see. It's like, remember I was talking about the Cabbage Patch Kids when the mud floods happened. These children were born in incubators. They are what, these children is what helped to reseed the humans on Earth after the mud floods happened, after a destructive period, after a shift. What I'm getting in this moment is that is why the copy was necessary. I don't think that copy is all the way human either, but I digress. To merge with that alien, which I totally believe it's a gray. This is what they're planning. They're planning to use Charlie Kirk, or the copy of him, mixed in with the gray to produce hybrids that hold this is where it fits in, this alien technology. Like, that's what I see in my mind's eye. That's what it really will be. This alien hybrid, oh, okay, thank you, source. This alien hybrid will look like you and I, but it will be hardwired as surveillance, hardwired to work, with AI, through AI, hardwired to work with all of the new towers, to work with the radiation in the sky. That's what this is. This is a crazy reading. Crazy. This is crazy. Someone else who knows how to read energy, double check this message. This is what I'm getting. This is exactly what I am getting. Now, will the people look like alien tech? No, but I'm seeing what it really will be. But they will look human like you and I. But they will literally be hybrids. It's given gray, or something that looks like a gray, because this gray that I'm seeing, they kind of look human. They have a little bit more like pointy, flatter noses and smaller holes and little bigger heads. And I'm not sure the height of it, but it does appear to be short. It appears to be short. But that's what the technology inside of this hybrid. That's what I'm saying. And someone is going to give birth to it. Someone that is an elite. I don't know who that is, but I feel that it's a blonde. It feels like, someone like Trump's daughter, Ivanka. Someone like that. It doesn't have to be this country. It doesn't have to be politician. It's like aristocrat, that level. Someone will physically give birth to this thing. They may also use a surrogate as well, but someone will give birth to it. And then now you have to kind of now bring in the Palladians as well. So that's, you got to kind of wonder these like Nordic beings. Only because, like I said, of the way that I feel that the woman that gets pregnant looks like. That very like Nordic look, like Ivanka Trump, like that, but it does not feel human. Doesn't feel human. That's what I'm saying. Let me take a look at something. I'm going to examine this. There's a lot of heads happening up here. We got one face here. There's like the neckline. This thing, now look, this, I think there's like a, see, this looks human, but it's not. I know it's not human. It's hybrid. This is like the mouth, the nose, the two eyes. We got the X on the forehead yet again. Just like we had the X on the Charlie's forehead yet again. And now, baby, I'm telling you, crossbreed it. This thing, Have you ever seen a human crawl on their arms and like legs and pretend to be an animal? Remember I tell you guys that I saw Michael Jackson in the soul swapping facility in the underworld, which is literally underground. And they were like kept putting his consciousness inside of like a half dog, half man. Like they just kept tormenting him in that way. Like it's given a whole new meaning to hell. It's like the torment is done by these very same people. That's the Satan. That's the gag with Satan. It's them. This thing looks to be human, but I think it's also hybrid. Because look, you can see like the shape, like the arm here, and the neck is like out like this, but then this is low to the ground. This thing is not walking upright, even though it has like a human-like face. It's walking closer to the ground. I've been saying this for a while. These non-corporeal spirits, they can't be so upright anymore. I don't know what it is. Because of your awakening, they've lost the ability to hold like form of like being super tall. You know, like this thing is close to the ground, like it's walking on its hands and, you know, and knees or something. It's hybrid. That's a hybrid. Now, Source made a point to split this page right here. We got Charlie showing up again. Half of his face is gone. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here for you guys. Okay, it's like hiding. Okay. There's like the mouth. There's the X again. That was on his face. He's been moved a little bit. There's like one eye. It's like distorted. As before, the X was more here. The eye, the nose, the mouth. We get the mouth here. But it looks like things have been compressed. I'm trying to... Hold on. I gotta turn it this way so I can see. That's his mouth. But look what's connected. That's that being that's connected with the body. There, guys, see, I just want to walk you guys through it because I already see the picture here. They are making beings, different ones. These hybrids will be different. That one was, like I said, it's like alien tech. Who else was the alien tech girl? Erica Kirk. Remember? Could it be her that gets pregnant? I wanted to say that a long time ago, but I'm like, no, Erica don't pop up in this reading. But that's what I thought about first, especially because of the shape of this thing. I don't know why, but it looks like an E to me. And alien technology was always popping up for her in every single reading. We got a lot of faces. So we got 3. We got this thing here. That's hybrid animal thingy. It's not upright. Then we got, this is still Charlie Kirk, but there's not, it's like that's his mouth, but where's the rest of him? It's like split. Remember I said they made a copy? When I felt my tongue going numb, I did this automatic drawing because the energy was here. And we were checking to see if they made, in fact, a copy. And there's a break here in the page. There's like it's like half of him is here and the other half is over here, but yet it's hitting it at the same time. So there's fragment pieces of him, but now we can see that there is an actual being here that the back is kind of sloped. It feels like it's low to the ground. It feels like humanoid animal thingy majiggy. And then we get a bulbous head over here with some eyes, a nose. So it's like 3 situations. Hybrid, fragmented Charlie, and then whatever this is over here. We get some faces down here. Down there. Yep. Then we have yet again the hook. When we see these hooks, this is like demonic activity. You know, things are not on the up and up when we see these hooks. This was the one we did 2 days ago. These hooks are like, you know, this is like the devil energy, you know. Popping up again here today. This one's upside down. This one's here. One thing I want to point out here is there's a lot of fragments in Charlie's self-concept that pops up here. So you see how this is an I, but it's distorted. It's supposed to be like a letter I. Look, that's there. Look. Oh, baby, who's that? Who that? Baby, who's hiding? I'm getting chills. Look. There is something coming up about his self-concept. You see how half of him, he's been fragmented since yesterday? Because, like, you know, they're creating those hybrids. This is an I, but it's a broken I. So that means he's having identity issues, right? And then look, this I now becomes part of this face. There's someone hiding up here, not wanting to be seen. Clearly, who is that? Who is up here not wanting to be seen? Probably the person responsible for this whole thing. Just saying. Where is Erica Kirk? I'm really curious because, you know, we haven't seen her in the news cycle. What is she doing? What is she up to? Because who else have always showed up above everyone else? You guys remember? It was her. It's always her. That's her energy. Now I'm just wondering, where is she? And what is she doing? We got another distorted eye down here. This is Charlie. This is my entire body is a channel for the message. So as they cut the atlas off, it's also source was talking about the esophagus too. So the tongue is all part of this. It's all about the energy was speak no evil, right? See no evil, hear no evil. That's why Trump got the bullet to the ear. That's why Charlie had the the thing to the neck. We're just waiting for someone to lose an eye. That's all we're waiting for, is for the other piece to the puzzle. If you see the other piece to the puzzle, someone pass away, say they get shot in the middle of the forehead, third eye, or they missing an eye or something. We're just waiting for that, baby, and then all hell is gonna break loose because they've completed their ritual. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So this is Charlie's energy. There is a shaky foundation in the eye, in who he is, because he's been fragmented, mutated, and they created that digital copy to essentially mutate genes instead of carrying him forward. See, okay, here's what it is. Thank you, source. Same thing they did with Michael Jackson. Same thing. They didn't like that Michael Jackson was, talking that he was trying to be above the system. Remember, he was buying, he had come out and say he outsmarted Sony, and he was purchasing the music catalog, the Beatles, and pretty much would end up owning the whole company. No, these people didn't like it. They planted all that, stuff on him. And then when that still didn't work, they took him to the underground soul swapping facility, and they started to tinker around with him to teach him a lesson, making him have hybrid human animal dog situation. Same thing with Charlie. It's the same thing. They didn't like that he was changing his position. And it's like, we need to teach you a lesson. That is the vibe that I'm getting here. Because of all these breaks in the eye, his self-concept is heavily being affected. Like, who am I? Who am I after the digital copy, or however the clone, or however they did that, It's that the eye it's not on a good foundation. It's heavily fragmented. And could you imagine having all these copies of yourself and being used as a storage facility, essentially, like a time, what did I say before? The time capsule, right? And they have your DNA. They have what they need to mutate you, to split your genes. But don't you, I'm kind of just wondering this for myself. Do they feel it? You know what I mean? Like, if they were to take your, your DNA, right? Your essence, and do all this stuff and fragment it and start to create these hybrids, and wouldn't on some level you still know that, and that would still affect you? Hmm. George. There's a George popping up. What's the name of that man? Something is weird. Let's keep an eye out for Erica Kirk and JD Vance. I don't want to say too much, but his energy is showing up here. And it's energy, right? It doesn't have these lines don't have to look like anything when the energy is present. You know what? I'm getting him with his mustache, his scruffy look. Let's keep an eye out for these two. They're not on the up and up. They may come out working together very soon. Let's keep an eye on these two. I think they're part of this. Let me show you where I see him. He's in this region here. Almost part of this, but like up here. That's just when I looked at it energetically, I felt JD Vance. And I felt JD Vance with the beard. What do they say when a man needs to take a wife because they're gay? They call them their beard, right? Then we get Tyler Robinson, which was, I know that he was, you know, I know he had a boyfriend, but was he trans at all or anything? Was Tyler trans? Because, you know, JD Vance is a trans woman man, you know, and respectfully, this is the energy I always get from him. I don't care what someone says and what pictures they see. That is an energy of a trans person. You can't make that one up. Was he trans? Oh, I think his roommate was trans. There's something about trans in here. Something is interesting. So his roommate was trans. Then we have JD Vance, which that is a trans man. Now, could he have still been born a man? Yes, but the energy, the spirit that dwells inside of the body is not a man. And it's not because he does appear to be masculine. That ain't it. It's energy. He has the energy of a trans. Then we get the copy, Tyler Robinson, which is trans adjacent. And when we think about making hybrids, we could kind of go back to trans. This is the message. This is the message. It's like, it's weird. It's like there's trans hybrid humans. What? Hold on. Gotta wrap my head around this. Hold on. I'm looking up something. Transhumanism. My face just went numb. Whoa. Transhumanism. That is what they're doing. Transhumanism. Source, that was a long scavenger hunt just to tell me. Can you just say transhumanism next time? That was long. Oh my God. That was a scavenger hunt. Okay, transhumanism. I'm going to get to your comments in a moment, but let me stay right here. It says this movement aims to enhance human capabilities by emerging biology with technology, potentially leading to post-human state or hybrid intelligent, part human, part machine. You can't make none of this up. Thanks for sticking around and allowing me to land this ship. I knew it would come together eventually. That's what they're doing. Transhumanism. And that was one of the codes. That's why they had to have Tyler, the copy. And that's why we got J.D. Vance on the world stage with the transgender energy. Baby, pull up a picture of him. You can't tell me that's not a trans man or woman. I'm not even sure. Trans man, trans woman. No, a trans woman is a man, right? But no, the energy inside of him is that of a trans. This is why they're doing this psyop in front of our face. They are telling us to prepare for transhumanism, where they mix human and animals. Guys, what have all of my channels been about lately? The non-corporeal spirits, they are body hopping. Remember the movie, the animated movie Hoppers? Where they can't hold the larger form of the larger body. So now they have to go put the human consciousness inside of the animal. Even the little robot thing I pulled up, notice how it was small. Even the gray that shows up here, it is like 4 feet something. They have to be compact now. And I think this is why they have to bring transhumanism as well. We're headed towards the reset is worse than we thought. It's literally post-human society. Forget about the Cabbage Patch Kids. Those were the NPCs. Now, in this day and age, instead of saying NPC, we're going to have to switch to whatever this thing is. To the transhuman, trans-hybrid human animal thingy majiggy. That's what they're incubating. That's what I was saying. Someone's going to get pregnant. But now let's take that pregnancy and zone out to incubation. Because that is what they did to the last cycle of the Cabbage Patch Kids. But that is how they birthed them. So this transhuman hybrid will be birthed through something that looks, like I say, this Nordic sort of Palladian look. Do you notice that everyone's talking about the Palladians like coming back or something? Like there's been a heavy push, to about the Palladians in recent years, especially recently. I don't think it's the Palladians at all that we're dealing with here. I think that they want to hide and cloak to make it appear to be the Palladians because a lot of people look at the Palladians favorably, that they are here to help humanity. They're going to cloak there. So you think that there is, because people want the extraterrestrials. That's the gag. They've made this Earth life so so hard and so weird and so different that now people will accept any help, whether it's them selling all their belongings, waiting for the rapture, right? Or whether they're waiting for the ship. They just want to get the heck off of this planet. Remember that? They just want to get out of here. Ain't you just tired of being human? You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. So when you say, oh, the Palladians are here, no, baby, it's just they have been incubated by a false light, a false Palladian helper, a false Palladian species. If you see a Palladian, baby, you better run because it ain't gonna be the Palladians. That's what I'm getting. That's the channel. That's the channel. Peter Thiel is the funder and the main author of Transhumanism. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh, I was watching, what was I watching? Dre OG, Dre OG's channel. There was one of the TikToks he had where they were talking about them going back to the moon, even though we know they've never been there. But the 1969 is showing up because that's when they said they went to the moon. Now everyone's wait. Something else is happening. And it was like the 1969 is coming back up again. And there's a lot of different people saying it. What I tell you guys, they traversed the 1969 timeline to get this AI, but they brought back the inversion. They didn't bring back nothing good. It's the inverted version of it. And so that is in the news cycle, right? And then also too, there's other content creators talking about what? The non-corporeal spirits. So we've been spot on here on this channel. We've been spot on. And I'm telling you that they're going into animals. They cannot hold the taller form anymore. But these animals, I'm telling you, remember I said it back when we were talking about Hoppers, that animated movie Hoppers where they're going into. I said that some of these animals won't be real. I think I've already called this. I didn't know. You see how everything is everything? I said that some of these animals won't be real. You know how they say that they have like fake, people have spotted like fake birds, and the birds just are technology like surveillancing you? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These animals won't be real. They're going to be those little iRobots. That's what's going to be inside of them. Because it's really a hybrid, but the hybrid is freaking technology. I wasn't expecting that. I was just thinking, maybe, have a little alien and have a human, but they're adding technology up in there too. Half robot, half alien, and half human. Just saying, it's crazy. Everything always leads back to German. This is crazy. Peter Thiel, German and American. Like it's always, no matter how you start to check everyone's history, it all leads back there. Because these are all the same people. They just keep reseeding themselves. The only difference now is they're going to reseed themselves via transhumanism. And that is why he is all for it, because he's the same freaking people. Oh, God. Co-founder of PayPal. That's probably, it makes a lot of sense why they canceled my PayPal account. That's why you guys can't pay via PayPal. And I never could figure it out. I'm telling you, Palantir, I will never invest in that company. I don't care. I knew I didn't. See, thank you. Because I'm like, nope, I'll never invest in that company. Even though one time I did. Bastards stole $12,000 from me. That's a story for another day. I'm over it. Is given rug pull. It was given rug pull back then. But yeah, these people are thieves. I'm sorry. That's all they do. And then they just found a legal way to do it on that freaking stock exchange. That's it. They're just thieves. They're thieves. Okay, I'm gonna go into the comment section. Yo, this was a weird one. This was interesting, Interesting. Oh, thank you so much. Your hair is beautiful. Thank you. I'm just going to scan through this. Tyler was a sleeper cell. Yes. He absolutely was that sleeper cell, that copy. Vance Prego wife? I don't know, but I'm telling you, I see JD Vance up in here. It, I don't know if Usha's going to be getting pregnant, but I mean, she's still young enough to get pregnant. But I'm telling you, and I think the pregnancy is the birth of transhumanism. Like, the Cabbage Patch Kids, how they birth them in incubators, but that's basically a birth. I think that's what that is. But they come through like yeah. Just be careful with the whole Palladian thing. I'm telling you right now, because it feels like they are going to use their image and likeness to spearhead this transhuman thing that we got going on here. Okay. We figured it out. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet in the comments. Okay. I'm just looking through the comments really quickly. Erica's MIA. Yep. I'm telling you, there's something weird with that. And JD Vance, like, I'm telling you, those two, look out for them. Hi, Keisha. You said you've been waiting to be notified. Okay. Who is Caroline Levitt? Is about to birth the hybrid. Oh, who's that? Nisi, hold on. Let me look. Oh, who's she? Oh, is she pregnant? Oh, hold on. No, hold on. Is she pregnant? Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, the White House press secretary, Caroline, is pregnant, expecting her second child, a baby girl, in May. I don't get good vibes about that. Hold on. You guys, wait till I show you Caroline, the press secretary of the White House. She's pregnant. You can't even make it up. Like the message started off cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I mean, it's all checking out. You see how wacky this stuff is? This is a wacky, wacky world we live in. Wacky world. It's Wally world up in here. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. It's given none of these people are real, y'all. I mean, we've already been saying this. They're all in on it. Everyone is in position playing a role. So this is Trump's press secretary. Look, what I said they'll look like a Nordic, like the Palladian, like blonde, like remember I said like Ivanka Trump. Like that's I said we got to be careful for whoever is pregnant. I'm just saying, I don't know if this is her before, but baby, it's giving the description of what I pulled. is given that description. Whoa, hold on. She's on a Turning Point tour? Are you kidding me? When was this? Oh, yesterday. They, they launched a Turning Point tour. Really? The Transhumanism tour, guys. That's what it is. Oh, look at Erica. I'm so relatable with my tennis shoes on. I don't know. Sorry. And this, I don't like this right here. This blue and that red arrow. No. Nope. I don't like that. It's given. It's given. What is that blue for? That blue pen that we use today. And we used that same blue pen 6 months ago as well. Oh, and would you look at there? It has blue and red on it. Look at there. We got a match. We got a match. We got a match. Listen, this is all just weird. They discuss President Trump's administration's decision to add content creators to the White House press pool. I know, she's... Turning Point tour, filled auditorium, 1,400 seats. Attendees adored in Make America Great Again hats. Whatever. Okay, so these two are working together, and she's pregnant. She's pregnant. Isn't that crazy? I mean, source just do a mic drop here because, I mean, there's really nothing else to say. Thank you. Was that Nisi? Thank you. And Elon is a part of it too? Oh my goodness. I believe it. And you know, Elon, he's been doing all of these, like, it's like, why are they letting him speak about everything? Like, things that they'll ask him random questions about what do you think is going to happen in the future. And so why are you asking him that? Like, is he psychic? Or is he responsible for what will happen in the future? And he's probably the weird scientist that probably operated on Charlie. Oh, thank you, Nisi. Thank you, Austin. Peter Thiel. Yep. Founder of Transhumanism. This is crazy. I'm even wondering how, I bet if I sat here long enough, some more source codes will come out, but we'd just be here forever. Hold on, but let me check something. This is crazy. She fit the description perfectly. Perfectly. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Both Peter Thiel and Caroline are both influential figures within the broader Trump-aligned political and technological ecosystem. You catch that? The ecosystem, the new ecosystem that they need to create for the transhumanism. They're all related, guys. All of these people are connected. They're the wall, the paywall. None of these people are real. They're all part of the paywall to lock us out. They might as well be the ice wall. And it's given a whole new meaning to the ice wall. Are they really trying to tell us something too? Maybe they are the ice wall. Because they are protecting these elites, the ones that we never meet. Trump is protecting them. Jeffrey Epstein is protecting. This press secretary is protecting. All of these elites and celebrities, they're all protecting the aristocrats, the royalty. They're all protecting someone. They're part of the paywall. All of them. We have not even seen the true people involved in all of this stuff. And you know what? You know what I'm kind of getting right now in this moment? I am going to hold y'all. What if they were black? Because think about it. No, that came through very clearly. What if the people that all of these people, they're all part of the paywall. They might as well be the ice wall. What if the real people in charge are actually black? And that's why they had to really do all of those years of slavery and Jim Crow to so that you would not put two and two together. And then they give you this the Nordic look, the Palladian look, so that you would kind of put those two together. And so you would not see that the paywall for what it is. I'm telling you, that's the vibe I'm getting. I am telling you. I think the real people in charge of this whole show are probably black or brown. And we've never met them because they've always had their paywall. And going back to Candace Owens being the biblical mother of both Jacob and Esau, in which Charlie Kirk held very distinct DNA into the Esau bloodline. I think they've contracted ever since Esau, ever since those brothers were fighting in the womb, so to speak. I'm almost wondering what the true spiritual fight was about. Yeah, birthright. What do we have on the chopping block right now with Trump? Birthright citizenship. You can't make it up. I'm telling you, I don't think we've ever seen the people truly in control. I think all of these people are part of the paywall. And I want to know who they're protecting. And I don't even think these people are human that they're protecting. They can't be, because those people aren't human. So what do you think the people behind them are? Not human. Not human. I think we're going to be surprised. And I think we need to look out and to expand our minds. Because if you notice, they only show us a lot of the extraterrestrials that, with lighter skin. Or even the ones that look like the Martians or green skin. I don't think people are ready to admit this, and possibly I think they're here now. I'm going to show you. I think they're already here. But I'm just saying, I think the people that all of these aristocrats and elites are protecting, I'm getting the vibe that they're black. Like I said, black or brown or indigenous, something like that. And they're not human. And so we're going to be expecting for these extraterrestrials to come in one form. But I'm telling you, we better be expecting the unexpected. Are we going to get, caught off guard? Something serious. Yeah, serious. Maybe they're from Sirius. Maybe they are from Sirius. There's Sirius A and Sirius B, but there's also Sirius C as well. That one's a little further. That one's a dwarf, smaller. They didn't want me to get here. They didn't. They're all connected. They're all protecting someone that's not human. I'm going to show y'all something. Now, this has been circulating for some time online. And now I'm just kind of wondering. I'm wondering. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Because this just doesn't look normal. So these men popped up over in Kenya a few years ago. Let's just take a gander, will we? They're calling him the Gen Z Goliath girl. Look how big he is and his feet. Now, I am not talking about somebody's kid, but I'm giving you an example of, I want us to expand our mind. That's all I'm trying to say. Because these, and there's not just him, there's a few of them. They popped up from nowhere. And then everyone started taking pictures with them. And you know what? And like I said, I'm not talking about somebody's child, but I'm just want to point something out. This facial structure does not look human. It doesn't. That's someone different, but still the same concept. You can even look and see the difference between, Shaq and other NBA players that are really tall as well, but they actually look human. I used to, funny story about Shaq. We all used to hang out back in the day. So there was this place in Sherman Oaks, California, that it was this little underground spot. We would always go there, and they did karaoke. So this is back in the day when, it's just, man, good vibes, good freaking vibes. I miss those days where you had to map quest to get places. Oh yeah, I remember them days. But so Shaq would always be there. It was such an underground spot, but like we all lived in the valley. Like everybody lived in the valley. Like a lot of the celebrities, they live in the valley because it's a little bit more low key. And yes, I was a valley girl for 14 years. I used to live in the valley. But so me and my friend would go there all the time, and then my friend and Shaq end up, dating or whatever. But I say that to say I've been around this man several times, and even though he's tall and big and extra large, he still looks human. He still looks human. These people do not. I ain't talking about somebody's kids now, but I'm just saying that's not the bone structure of a human. I no, it's not. You can't convince me of that. You can't. And him and Charlie Kirk got the same chin. I'm sorry, because I ain't talking about nobody's kids, but I'm just saying, y'all, something is leading me here. This ain't on the up and up. Now, it doesn't have to be him per se, but I'm telling you, I want us to look out for if we see people like this just start to pop up. I want us to be expecting the unexpected, because I think they programmed us for a very long time that things will only look one way, but I'm telling you, they will not. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's no way. Nope. You can't convince me. You're not convincing me of this. You're not. You're not fooling me. I'm so sorry. Baby, this is given robot. This is given you ain't human. And it's not about your size. No. It's even given the eyes that I see coming off of this alien thing. How the eyes are straight like this. No, 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 no. You're not human, and you won't convince me otherwise. No, no, no. Nope, 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 nope. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. The story of David and Goliath. That's what they call him, the Kenyan Goliath, even though he just showed up from nowhere. And then there's several other big men showing up too. A young shepherd who defeats Goliath with faith and a sling. Goliath was a massive soldier, challenged the Israelite army for 40 days to a single combat, causing great fear until David volunteered to fight him, trusting God. Goliath was standing over 9 feet tall, clad in heavy bronze armor. Remember I said bronze. What color is bronze? Like the color of a penny. I'm telling you, there'll be black or brown. It's what I said. And armed with massive weapons. He taunted the Israelites. Because what do you think is happening now? The true Israelites have been thrown under the bus. And then we have the people that are part of the paywall to protect the Goliath and its camp, posing like the Israelites. So taunted the Israelites, suggesting that the battle would determine which army would serve the other. That's why we all feel like we're on the corporate plantation lately. Just saying. Just saying. David, the shepherd boy, delivering food to his brothers, was appalled by Goliath's defiance of God. Refusing armor, David approached Goliath with only his shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones. I don't know, but is given the 5-night stampede in the Cosmic Bible. It's given the 5 aspects of source. Okay. The defeat. David struck Goliath. Oh! In the forehead. With the stone from the sling, killing him. What did I say? Trump. Bullet grazed to the ear. Hear no evil. Charlie. Throat. Speak no evil. I said the last thing we're waiting for when you know there's trouble is for this. If something happens to someone eye, and I said even the third eye, the forehead. David struck Goliath in the forehead with a stone from the sling, killing him. And then use Goliath's own sword to cut his head off. The Philistines fled, and the Israelites won a major victory. We are in the process of getting ourselves back on that throne. We are in the process of correcting the fighting in the womb from Jacob and Esau. So here's the thing. This is a dual battle. They're trying to beat us to the punch. That's what I'm seeing in this moment. Their ritual is for them to win. We, us healers, us speakers, us seers, us light workers, we will deliver the blow here. They know that. So they're trying to align with our prophecy, with our words. And that's why they are taking the ear, the throat, right? The speak no evil. And then they will also deliver something in the eyes as well to match up with that, so that they can what? Receive the Godhead. The Godhead is the anointing where you literally will get to be the Godhead in the new vibration, expanded consciousness, aka new earth, after the pole shift or fake rapture. That's what this is. Who gets to be the Godhead? They want to be the Godhead, but they're doing rituals to put themselves there. The same ritual and collusion that happened when they tore those brothers. Nope. That's what I'm getting. They were, okay, remember I said Candace Owens was Rebecca from the Bible. That's where we chased her soul back to. I think they were doing DNA manipulation while Rebecca was pregnant with Jacob and Esau. They had got to Esau and changed some things up in the womb. These extraterrestrials that are black. That's what I'm getting. Copper, black. That's what I'm getting. And I think they're coming from Sirius. And I think they may be on the smaller one, the Sirius C. And so it's a dual battle. They know that we're going to deliver the blow because we are what? We are awakening here. They know that. That's what all the stuff with the brain, because this was freaking Esau that they manipulated. They got their snake into his garden back in the womb when Rebecca was pregnant. They were messing around with the DNA back then. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Woo! And now, because their storyline is running out, the storyline, the 6,000 years they had, it's running out. So now they know the story. And that's why they have to do all of the psyops with the ear and the throat. Next, it's here because we will deliver that blow, because we have awoken to their games and we are slowly tearing it down. Now, the question is, who will be the Godhead in the new season? Will it be us, one for the light? Or will it be the same beings that actually colluded Jacob and Esau from the beginning? That's the end of the channel. Like the video and subscribe. That's the end. That's the end. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 This is crazy. Hi, Sister Margarita. I miss you. I love you, girl. Wow. Yep. I'm telling you, it's all tying into the all the channels we did before, but now it's all coming together. And I am telling you, there's I hope this baby is not due on May 5th. Because I don't know. I got May 5th or is it May something? It's either one of the dates were May 5th and the other one's like a May 28th, 29th, or 30th. Those are not very good days for, psyop stuff. No, it's that lady, the press secretary, right? Caroline. Oh, hex no. No. You guys. I could be here all night. Hold the whole Haze for horses, Denise. Hold on. Hold on. This is y'all, this is freaky. Hold on. Hold on. Now, hold on. Charlie Kirk's mother's name is Catherine. The lady who's pregnant, her name is Caroline, spelled with a K. Now I know that those are two separate names. However, a lot of people revere them to be close relatives, those names. Caroline is from German and Scandinavian, a form of Caroline, which originates from the masculine name of Charles. Charlie Kirk. Charlie's real name is Charles. She's pregnant. Oh, I wonder who are you pregnant with? Could you be pregnant with Charlie? The masculine part of your freaking name, Caroline. Seriously. Something just jogged my memory. I was like, wait a minute, his mama's name is Catherine, but no, Carolyn freaking comes from Caroline, which originates from the masculine form of freaking Charles, which is Charlie Kirk's name. The copy was Tyler. They needed a copy. If they were to enslave this one, they had to have a copy that they could control. Then we got the whole transhumanism, robot hybrid situation happening right now in real time. This is what we're seeing. And then I said that there's a woman that's going to be pregnant. We better watch out for a Nordic looking woman that looks Palladian like. She looks like Ivanka Trump. She has blonde hair. And then we get the freaking press secretary that is pregnant and due next month. This stuff is happening in real time. And then her name, coincidentally, stems from the masculine version of Caroline, which is Charles. Charlie Kirk's name. So who's given birth to the codes that they took from Charlie Kirk's brain? The hybrid? Yes, that woman. Confirmation. It could be more than her as well. Because if we are to birth freaking transhumans, we need a lot of birthing people, after all. J.D. Vance He's a birthing person. He's not. I'm sorry. He's not a man. I don't know. He's transgender in energy. That's the channel. That's it. There's really nothing more to say. I mean, we're going to be here all day. There's nothing more to say. Thank you. Thank you, Nisi. Thank you, guys. This is crazy. So during the interview with Erica Kirk, she spoke of him as if he was still around. Something I noticed. Yeah, she's always doing that. She was always from day one talking about him like he's still around. That's what I'm saying. There's a copy of him. And he's a time capsule. His soul has always been doing this. We saw the past life when he was a politician. They always do this and reseed themselves. So what ends up happening is that avatar dies. Yes, the old avatar dies. But then they get a new avatar. So this is like Charlie being birthed all over again. But this time, the Charlie's being birthed for transhumanism. And how many copies did they make of him? So as of one version could be transhumanism, the other version could be something totally different. We don't even know how many copies they made. Tyler Robinson was a pit stop. That was just to sound the alarm for the ritual. That's not where his consciousness will stay or even feel that it is still there. That was just for the ritual for that day. He was just a body hop, a split. So what's it? J.D. Vance has changed his name several times? Oh boy. She's due in May. I'm telling you, I want to know when this woman has this baby. Because if it falls on any one of them days, I'm telling you. And then we got the whole Goliath thing. Like that's what's happening on a macro level. On a macro level, guys, we are about to redo that timeline where there was the original infliction. You can't have two brothers fighting in the womb and then produce all of humanity and think all of humanity is going to be right. If they were fragmented and if they were fragmented in the womb, they're going to be fragmented here. Hence why we get people not loving each other, why we get the prejudice, why we get the racism, why we get all of these things, the separation, the different classes. It's because they were fragmented back then because whoever was tinkering around those big old beans that I'm telling you that I think are coming from Sirius C did it on purpose. I think that they used them. They are the ones that tinkered around. It's given a Yakub situation. It's given Yakub. Tinkered around with the genes in, of Israel, of Jacob and Jacob and Esau. Yeah. And then we are being confronted with that again. It's another birth, but the difference is if humanity wins, if we can slay the Goliath, we got to shut them down here. All their brain tech that they're trying to get everyone to wear on the head and all of that. No, they're just trying to position themselves because they know we about to take out the beast. We're about to take the beast out. And so they have to do the ritual, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's what all of these things are for. But we've cracked the code and we know who's behind it. It's done. It's done. It is done. It is done. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. This has been Lollapalooza, girl. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Guys, please go on Amazon and leave the book a review. Guys, The Great Expansion, a Cosmic Bible for the Ages, everyone. And if you'd like any healing sessions, links are down below. You can also email me at instructions4humanity@gmail.com. Let go, let go, let go. I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well. Be well, guys. Bye.